All right, guys, I have something very special for you. Yes, you today. That worked nearly not as good as I nearly thought it would work. I thought it was gonna fly right into my face. But look at this. We got a package, we got a package. What do you think it is? It could be anything. I have no idea. Actually, I do know because it's in a giant shoe box. So I think it's shoes. And I have this razor blade, which I'm gonna use to open these shoes, which doesn't happen much. But this video is totally under your control. Yes, you viewing audience. Yes, you. This is a brand new pair of shoes that I myself have literally never seen. Not once, not ever. And we are going to see them together for the first time right here, right now. La di da 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 da, la da 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 da. Wow. Whoa. My first impression is how it smells. How does it smell?
You guys made a slip-on.
Well, we haven't made it yet. This is 100% test of if we should make this shoe or not. And this is going to be 100% up to you. Yes, you. So I'm gonna talk about this shoe, we're gonna test it, and I'm gonna talk about the progression of the Braille shoes, the different ones. I wanna talk a little bit about how this all came about. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what I think I should do? Start a shoe company. I don't think people really do that. Maybe there are some people out there that's like, I would love to have a shoe company. That was not me. I was not like, you know what I'm gonna do? Start a shoe company. But this offer was brought to me basically like, Aaron, would you like to design your very own professional skateboard shoe? None of these shoes are my pro shoe. I did not turn myself pro. I never turned myself pro for any company. I am pro for Revive, which is not my company. I did not start Braille skateboarding and then say, I am now a pro, just so that's clear. But the offer was to design my own skateboard shoe exactly the way I wanted it. And when the offer first came to me, I said, no, I don't want to do that. I don't know anything about shoes, let alone fashion, let alone design. But then I decided, you know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't make. So what do you got to lose? You may as well make a shoe and just see how it turns out. And then when I got this, I was really stoked on it. But I'm gonna even take it back earlier. So before I designed this shoe, I ordered like maybe 5 or 8 pairs of shoes, and I tested them all out to see which ones feel the best. How is the sole to the ground? How do all of these pieces work together to make the greatest skateboard shoe available? And I think that suede is the absolute best material that you can make a skateboard shoe out of. That's my personal opinion, and I will debate anyone on that. So leave it in the comments below. If you think it's leather, if you think it's rubber, if you think it's something else. The reason I like suede is because you see how it's even like a fresh brand new pair of shoes like this, you see how it's just a little bit grainy, a little bit rough? That grips your grip tape like nothing else. Just whoosh. Like the amount of actual grip that you have with suede shoes onto grip tape, phenomenal. Double flip, tray double flip, all day long, suede shoes. If I took a pair of leather shoes, the leather is more slippery, it's less porous, it's gonna slide rather than grip as well. So I think, especially for a brand new beginner skater, you get a really nice pair of comfortable, good looking suede top shoes, and that's what I was trying to design. So one of the pairs of shoes that I modeled it after, maybe you can kind of tell, was this Nike Shane O'Neill. I don't even know, maybe I shouldn't even say that. I don't care, but this is just what I was thinking about.
You just like that shoe.
I just like the shoe. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. And when I tried this on, I was like, yeah, shoe looks and feels really good. Feels nice. And you know, the original pair of these did have a black bottom. This was a special edition that we made for Black Friday. Black bottom, black top, but it did look kind of similar. The toe even looks a little bit similar. See that? It's a slightly different shape. This is more like that, and that's a little bit wider on that side. But yeah, and I think this shoe is maybe like a little bit flatter. But I basically said, I want this shoe without this, and I want it to be one single toe cap right here, so that when you're doing the tricks, this, you can wear a hole for your kickflip right there, and your hole for your ollie would go about right there, and you're gonna wear away this area. But the object here is to never hit these seams. Of course, people will hit those seams, and some people, everybody skates a little bit differently. And so after our first set of these shoes, we decided, oh, you know what we need to do is double seam this. So now you see the seams are all double stitched, and then it's in there, and that's like really strong. Otherwise, this part will come apart from this part, and it'll just pull apart. Yeah, so that's the top. That's kind of where I got my inspiration and where this shoe came about. And then what was another very interesting thing is they would send me the shoes and the bottom would be too hard. So this was another interesting thing that I learned about skate shoes. If the bottom is soft, it grips better, but it does not last as long. So the big thing that I took away from my skateboard shoe design is that it's always a give and take, right? If you want the bottom to be really, really grippy, you want to make a softer rubber. So a softer rubber will grip better, so you want grip, but then you also want it to last a long time. So better grip, you're giving away some of the long lasting. So it's finding a good in-between point, which I do think we found. I think it took about 3 or 4 different pairs of different hardnesses of rubber to find this and finally get it. So I went, okay, I feel like that grips good. And this is all subjective as well. It's my opinion of what grips good based on what I was feeling. And then I finally went, okay, I think we got the rubber there. I think we got the top. I think it's looking pretty good. Let's go, solid choice. And then we have this shoe. This shoe is still available. All these shoes are still available, brailleskateboarding.com. And then it moved into this one, which is just a more intricate design. So this one, we said, wow, suede is really expensive. So to make this shoe, you have to sell it to actually even just cover the cost of the shoe itself, not even to make any profit or make any money. You have to sell it at a pretty high price point. So we said we have to actually cut back the cost of the shoe. So we added in some canvas and some other materials in there so it's less actual suede. So this right here is suede. This toe cap right here is suede as well. So far in all of the shoes, this has been my absolute favorite. And I was less involved in like the actual design of this than I was of this one. But I feel like I got this one so finely tuned that I said, this is a really comfortable, like I wanna put on a pair of shoes and I just wanna go, that feels good on my foot. And these ones, they definitely did that. And then when I got these, I put these on and I went, these feel actually better on my foot with the custom Braille sole. And then I went, wow, the rubber on this is, I feel like it's super grippy and it's really good. And it's just been a really nice shoe to skate in. So again, it's a constant game of give and take. You have the design aesthetics, but you also have the functionality of how it works. Yeah, and I feel like this shoe kind of did a good job on that. And then from the audience, from you guys, you were saying, do a slip-on, do a slip-on, do a slip-on. I literally have never skated a slip-on. I don't know how I can state that any more emphatically, but my first impression of this shoe out of the box is that it looks really sick. Now another thing is like, how does this design come about? This is a document called Braille Slip-On Concept, and this one has different styles. You see that?
Look at those colors.
Yeah, well, we get all kinds of different colors, and then really what I'm choosing here is the different style. And then we can play around with the style of it a little bit. Yeah, so I wouldn't choose this myself. So I asked actually people that I know that wear slip-ons. The #1 person I know that wears slip-ons the most is JD. And I sent him all of these shoes. And I just said, JD, which design do you think is the best? Yeah, so basically I get sent this design and then I say, okay, we're looking at #2. I think I actually said in the email, I like #3, but everybody else is saying #2, so let's run #2. So I also want people to understand I'm not like the pinnacle of shoe design. I'll just keep saying that. And I also am willing to take feedback, positive or negative. Honestly, when you're working on product design, the best feedback you can get is the negative feedback. Because they say, well, all your friends are just gonna say, hey, Aaron, you designed a shoe, that's cool, great. But not everybody's gonna be like, your insole sucks. This is not grippy enough, you know? So I really, really appreciate that. You know, I sent a pair of shoes to a friend who has a YouTube channel reviewing shoes, and he did a review, and not everything he had to say was positive, and I thought he was gonna, you know, I think he was a little bit like, uh-oh, what's Aaron gonna think? I appreciate it. So then I choose the design, and then what I will get is a picture of the shoe. And
nice.
The company making the shoe, actually physically making it, will send the picture and say, is this approved? Is this design approved? And then I will put that through the approval and I'll say, yes, it's approved. Then it'll get made. And then the quality control at the shoe company will then take this, and then they will have to do another round of approval to say this is approved. But this is where it's super interesting, because this, you look at it, you go, that's a completed shoe. This is a handmade shoe. This is not. This is a machine-made shoe made. So this one is tighter and it's more compressed because it was made by a machine. It's actually more refined, and this one will last longer and be a better shoe because it's machine-made. This one is a handmade, hand-sewn, put-together prototype shoe, not made on a machine. I was like, I'm gonna test that shoe with a lot of kickflips, and they were like, Aaron, don't test it. It's a handmade shoe. I don't care what you say to me. I'm testing the shoe. Man, I'd be feeling different in the slip-ons. See, the reason JD wears slip-ons is because there's no laces, and on the vert ramp, when you need a vert slide, your shoe is like that, and your shoe is constantly rubbing like that against the top of the ramp, and your shoelaces just rip like that, just shredded. So I'm gonna close this door because it's bad luck. But these feel really nice. They feel really good, they feel comfortable. And I'm not just saying that because they're my own shoes, but they do actually feel good. I almost...
I mean, they look good.
You think so?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Am I ready for it?
Sheesh. I don't know, they feel pretty good. Easy break-in period, which I think all of the Braille shoes so far have had like a pretty easy break-in period. Yeah, so what he said is because these are the handmade ones, they're gonna be a little bit bulkier, a little bit bigger. And I do feel like they feel like a little bit loose maybe, but I guess I'm kind of used to tightening my shoes pretty tight. The exact opposite of Glow. But here's the ultimate test, Andrew. The first kickflip. Was definitely grippy. It felt like it gave me extra, like I wasn't quite ready for it.
Do you want to do 100 kickflips?
I don't know if I got it in me.
Well, that's 2.
You see how fast the foot is whipping to my foot? He said that these will wear out faster because they're handmade. So like it should put a hole faster. 4? I don't know, my knee kind of hurts. 5?
Oh, I forgot about that.
6? Let's check an ollie flip.
Dang.
The first miss.
Dang.
That ollie flip felt good. Dang. Oh, the ultimate test though. I have a really, really hard time with heel flip in any new shoes. So this is gonna be the ultimate test. How many tries? If I get it in less than 5, I'll be impressed. And yes, I'm gonna do it non-moving. Whoa, a little floppy. Feels good, feels like I can feel the board. Heel flipping new shoes, I gotta really break them in. 3, I told you, less than 5. 4.
Took you 4.
Yeah, that felt pretty good though.
Yeah, that was sick.
Let's give it a moving one. See how moving one feels. First try. Tray flip. That tray flip feeling good. All right, if I can get this first try, I don't know what. I'll be happy. Hanging on there, but just barely hanging on there. Double flip, gang. Let's give it a run back. Whoa, first try, twice in a row. The 3 tricks you know, Aaron, you did them all. If I can land an ollie heel.
Whoa.
Glow, I'm taking him out.
You're definitely a slip-on guy now.
You think? Nollie.
Did an ollie heel.
Sheesh. What else do I got? What would be like a weird one in new shoes for me? Can Aaron Cairo varial heel flip in them? Woo-wee! Okay, now what I think we should do is let's do an unnecessarily slow-mo montage in the shoes. let's run it. All right, I think these shoes are really sick. I really like them. I was really actually very shocked because I didn't think I was going to like them. I didn't think I was going to replace lace shoes with slip-on shoes. And now that I've been skating these, I'm like, ugh, I don't really want to take them off. I've got an update after having skated the Braille slip-on shoes for 3 full weeks. I actually skated so hard in these. I did so many double flips at Camp Woodward that I strained a muscle in my leg, and they're holding up really, really well. Super comfortable, super durable, and they're just an all-around great skateboarding shoe. They're a cup sole slip-on shoe, which I think is really, really rad, and they feel great. So I've decided to go ahead and do a pre-order on these shoes. Click that link in the description below, and you can be part of history. Get yourself a pair of the Braille slip-on shoes. This pre-order sale will be available only for 5 days, and then that window closes. We'll use all that money to hit the minimum order quantity to order these shoes and put out the very first pair of slip-ons we have ever made. I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys love the shoes. And these were at request of you guys, so I hope you really enjoy it. I hope we nailed it and hit the mark that you expect from me and the Braille Skateboarding family. Thanks for being a part of this family. Thank you so much for your guys' continued help and support. We'll see you out there shredding.